Hello, it's Saturday the 10th of October. You're tuned in to our 6 p.m. newscast coming to you from Arirang's news centre in Seoul. It's very good to have you with us. I'm Mark Broome. Our top story this evening, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has addressed a huge parade in Pyongyang marking 70 years of the country's ruling party. He vowed to take on the United States if necessary as tens of thousands of troops and the regime's latest weaponry began rolling through the city's main square. Kim Ji-yeon has the details.
North Korea kicked off its military parade to mark the 70th anniversary of its ruling Workers' Party on Saturday afternoon. It's being seen as the biggest military parade ever held in North Korea and was broadcast live on the country's state-run Korean Central Television. Around 100,000 residents have gathered at Kim Il-sung Square in central Pyongyang to watch it. Local media outlets in Seoul reported ballistic missiles and artillery weapons, including a 240mm rocket launcher, have been prepared by the North to be shown for this parade. In a rare move, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un delivered a speech, his first in 3 years. He emphasized the importance of having a strong military in the face of U.S. threats. To Kim's right stood his deputy Hwang Byung-seo, North Korea's highest-ranking military official. To his left, Ri Win-san, the fifth most powerful member of China's Politburo Standing Committee, Beijing's highest decision-making body. Kim and Yu held a one-on-one meeting before the parade. China-based Shinha news agency reports that Yu emphasized the importance of a nuclear-free Korean peninsula and the resumption of the long-stalled six-party talks aimed at denuclearizing North Korea that involve the two Koreas, China, the U.S., Japan, and Russia. This is the fifth military parade since Kim Jong-un came to power in late 2011. Two were held in 2012 to celebrate the birthdays of former leaders Kim Jong-il and Kim Il-sung. Another parade was held in July 2013 to mark an armistice agreement between the two Koreas. The last military parade before this one was held on September 9, 2013 to celebrate the establishment of the North Korean regime. Kim Ji-yeon, Arirang News.
Now, in other news, South Korea has two new additions to UNESCO's documentary heritage list. They are a set of Confucian printing woodblocks and an over 30-year-old local TV broadcast that reunited families separated by the Korean War. The woodblocks are comprised of more than 64,000 pages of 718 kinds of books written by Confucian scholars during the Joseon dynasty, when the ideology served as the ruling philosophy. The TV broadcast, Finding Dispersed Families, aired by local broadcaster KBS in 1983, was recognized for the way it captured the sorrow and the joy of North and South Koreans being reunited after so many decades apart. Now, outside of Korea, records related to the 1937 Nanjing massacre were inscribed on UNESCO Memory of the World International Register. They document the Japanese army's rampage, during which it killed up to 300,000 Chinese men, women and children. UNESCO, however, did not recognize archives on Japan's wartime sexual enslavement of women, for which China had also sought inscription. Korea's finance minister has called for the creation of an international financial safety net to prevent another global financial crisis. In a written speech submitted during the International Monetary Fund and World Bank meetings that opened in Peru, Che Kyung-hwan said that considering global financial markets are highly connected, safety mechanisms like multilateral currency swap deals are needed to ensure stability. He also identified increased volatility in emerging markets as a key risk factor. Now, Bank of Korea Governor Ji-yeon, who is also in Lima for those meetings, the central bank chief, says the Korean economy grew over 1% in the third quarter, thanks to steadily recovering domestic demand. Quarterly economic growth has been stuck below 1% since the second quarter of 2014. The Bank of Korea will release its revised economic outlook for this year on Thursday. The International Monetary Fund says the South Korean economy is being stifled by weak corporate activity and frail consumer sentiment. Releasing its revised economic outlook report for the Asia-Pacific region on this Saturday, the IMF cited those reasons for why it cut its growth outlook for South Korea for this year to 2.7%. The IMF added that it expects growth of 3.2% rather for 2016. It says the South Korean economy will benefit from lower commodity prices and monetary easing policies. US officials say Russia has agreed to enter into talks aimed at ensuring the two countries' forces avoid accidental clashes while conducting airstrikes over Syria. The Pentagon says the talks are likely to take place as soon as this weekend. The discussions will likely focus on how much distance there should be between US and Russian jets and whether English should be used for communications. Now, Moscow says it's targeting the Islamic State militant group, but the US and its allies have accused Russia of bombing non-extremist rebel groups in Syria. Now, in another development, Washington has announced that it is ending its training program for new Syrian rebel forces and instead shift to providing equipment and weapons to existing forces. The $500 million project was supposed to train 20,000 fighters over the next 18 months. Now, with Korea's advancements in digital technology, more and more retailers are using a feature called augmented reality to make their products stand out. Our Oh Soo-young takes us shopping.
Trying on clothes in the fitting room can be a hassle when you're shopping. But inside the store in Garosu-gu, a trendy shopping zone in Seoul, customers can try on any piece of clothing within a second. By walking in front of a magic mirror, customers can see their reflections wearing the item of choice. They can even move around and look at individual stitches on the clothes. Behind this virtual experience is a technology called augmented reality, which combines physical objects with digital graphics or information. The technology is becoming more and more commercialized in Korea, popping up in fast food and convenience stores. While eating on the go, customers can see themselves dancing with celebrities and even strike a pose for a photo. Some convenience stores allow a change of scenery with virtual wall displays that even cast shadows on the floor.
I don't feel like I'm in a convenience store. It's a refreshing and tasteful experience.
And at this ice cream franchise, customers scan the logo on an ice cream box and animated characters pop out onto the screen, introducing brand new flavors.
Because we use animations or graphics based on physical products to deliver information to our customers, they become more interested and participate more.
Creating a fun and vivid shopping experience, augmented reality is on its way to becoming a new commercial trend in Korea. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.
Now, imagine seeing in person some of the ancient artifacts that you could only once find in school textbooks. Korea is now hosting a number of art exhibitions showcasing prized Asian relics, some of which are 2,000 years old. Ji-yeon tells us more.
This is the Puncheong flat bottle, also known as number 179 of Korea's national treasure. It's currently on display at the Shinsa branch of Horin Museum in Seoul as part of a special exhibition featuring a collection of roughly 70 ancient ceramics from the Joseon era. Organizers say more than half of the collection has never been revealed to the public.
This exhibition is a rare opportunity for people to see all the flat bottles in one place. They'll get to see the entire process of how 3 different types of flat bottles are made.
From the earth-tone Puncheong bottles to more decorative white porcelain ones, you can check out the evolution of Korean flat bottles at this museum until October 31st. Over at the Seoul Baekje Museum in eastern Seoul, ancient Chinese relics have arrived in Korea for a special exchange exhibition. It features some 270 artifacts from Chang'an, Riyang, and Ye, the areas that used to be major capitals during China's southern and northern dynasties. Here, visitors will also get a chance to compare the historical relics to the ones found in Korea's ancient capital of Baekje during the same period.
You'll get to see how the ancient Chinese people went from believing in a very rich afterlife to a more humble setting through relics found in their tombs.
The museum is also offering free lectures on the side to help visitors understand the historical meanings behind the relics. The exhibition will stay in Korea until December 6. Ji-yeon, Arirang News.
Now, the first snow of the season has been observed at Soraksan National Park in Korea's northwestern Gangwon-do province. Local weather authorities say flurries of snow were seen in the early hours of Saturday morning as temperatures near the mountain's peak dipped to below 0 degrees Celsius. You can see the snow there. The first snow of the season comes nearly 1 week earlier than last year. And finally, taking a look at the weather right now, and we can see patches of light rain across the central region, and we will see that for the rest of the evening. It's going to feel cold tonight as well. The low will drop to just 6 degrees Celsius in Seoul. It will also be cool on Sunday with the afternoon high only topping out in the mid-teens in the capital under cloudy skies. With that, let's take a look at the weather around the world. Well, that's all we have for now. Do enjoy the rest of your Saturday wherever you're watching us, and stay tuned to Arirang TV. We'll be back with our next newscast at 10 p.m. Korea time. Till then, goodbye.